Sigma males are extremely uncommon, particularly in the present society when a large percentage of men are either weak, disregarded, or beaten in some other way. However, the fact that a Sigma male is so uncommon is not what makes him so successful at attracting the attention and affection of females. The game that they play is, rather, what sets them apart from other guys and makes them unique. Even if you aren't certain that you are a Sigma 100% of the time. The manner in which Sigma male plays the game, as well as the manner in which he interacts with women in general, teaches us a great deal that we have not yet mastered. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get down to the serious matter at hand. Number 1. A significant number of males living in today's society suffer from what is known as a scarcity mindset. This means that once they believe they have something, they are petrified by the prospect of losing it. Now, when millionaires are struggling financially, they frequently have the impression that they have nothing to lose. They actually carry themselves as if they had sufficient resources, and they are willing to take the necessary risks in order to become wealthy. But a funny thing happens to them once they achieve $1 million. They become so paranoid about losing it that they never make any more money. The vast majority of guys are consistent in their behavior toward females. Therefore, when they obtain a girlfriend, or even merely when a female likes them or pays attention to them, their mentality shifts from one of abundance to one of scarcity. This occurs whether they really get a partner or not. They get to the point where they are so concerned about losing even the tiniest amount of interest or attention from the female that they end up botching the entire situation because they have a mindset of scarcity. Now, not being frightened to leave is a significant component of the Sigma male game, and it is one of the most crucial components. There are a lot of males living in the contemporary world who are frightened to walk away from anything, whether it's a lady, a job they despise, or a group of friends that hold them back. Sigma males, on the other hand, are distinct from others due to the fact that they do not have this issue. You have to understand that a Sigma's capacity to withdraw from a precarious circumstance manifests itself in very understated ways when he is with females. And other times, it is more subtle, such as when a female abuses him, acts like a child around him, or says something idiotic, and he walks away from the conversation. At other instances, he decides to temporarily end his relationship with a female in order to give himself the space he requires in order to focus on his objectives or accomplish his mission. Now, in my opinion, one of the most effective methods to demonstrate that you are a Sigma male is to warn a woman that he will leave her if she engages in behavior denoted by the letters X, Y, or Z. However, when it comes down to really doing it, a significant number of men are physically unable to walk away for a variety of reasons. This indicates that when they say they are going to walk away, it does not necessarily mean that they are going to get up and leave the room or the building immediately after making the statement. In most cases, it simply means to cease being present or to stop paying attention to what is going on around you. Or anything else that you are doing for a girl that you don't believe she deserves anymore. Number 2. The aura of mystique that surrounds someone who is a member of the Sigma fraternity is without a doubt one of the most potent aspects of the Sigma male game. You have to understand that one thing you need to be aware of regarding women is that as soon as they meet a man, their primary goal is to make a snap judgment on the sort of person he is. On the other hand, guys don't do this since, the vast majority of the time, men evaluate ladies primarily on their appearance rather than their personality. So it seems that guys just can't understand what it is that women want. Either she has a sizzling body or she does not. To women, on the other hand, it might feel like a game to try to figure out what a man is truly like. And the more a female is baffled by you, the more intrigued she becomes by you as a potential partner. Therefore, it is abundantly evident that Sigma males play a significant role in this. Simply because there is an air of intrigue about the method in which they live. I mean, why else would a guy who is neither an alpha nor a Sigma be dubbed a lone wolf, or why else would an ordinary guy who meets a lady be labeled a lone wolf? The first thing that comes to mind for a man of this kind when he meets a woman is either trying to win her favor or win her admiration. This is due to the fact that, to the typical male, a woman who has features that are normal or slightly over average may as well have a long, gorgeous white beard and the ability to fire lightning bolts. But let me explain why. The first trait, which is that Sigma males do not naturally desire to be loved by anyone, especially girls, and the second trait is that they are quite reluctant to communicate about themselves with other people. The typical guy, on the other hand, will take the first opportunity he gets to spill the beans about himself to anybody and everyone. Always keep in mind that the less things a female is able to deduce, the better. Alternately, the less you engage in conversation with her and the less you reveal information about yourself to her, the more intrigued and interested she will be in you. And since they always behave in this manner, Sigma males have a reputation for being shrouded in mystery. Obviously, this is a positive development. When combined to their other characteristics, like as confidence, masculinity, and power, the mystery that a Sigma male has is typically too much for ladies to handle on their own. Therefore, they entirely lose control of themselves, and, much like those who are engaged in a challenging challenge, they feel compelled to learn more about it. Because of this, they start to become quite popular. Number 3. A Sigma male is extremely unlikely to ever be seen performing an act of violence. I'm not advocating violating the law, rather, I'm referring to the practice of making a commitment to a woman. You guys need to be aware that the biological purpose of every woman is to convince males to make a commitment to her. Because if they are unable to convince a guy to settle down with him, they suffer the very real prospect of being a single parent to any children they bear. On the other side, males are inherently averse to commitment because, much like Burger King, if we had it our way, we would want to have a diverse assortment of women in our life at any one time. This is the primary objective for the vast majority of males, particularly the younger ones. The most important thing for you guys to understand about one of a woman's deepest desires is the hope that she may one day meet a powerful man. This is demonstrated by the fact that yearly sales of romance books bring in a staggering number of billions and billions of dollars. Then you must defeat him. And it just so happens that women seek to exert power over guys who fit the profile of Sigma. Therefore, it should not come as a surprise that so many young women like them. You have to understand that every single player in high school was the same. No matter how hard the women try, they are unable to convince these kind of males to commit, either to a relationship or to something else. Taking their counsel or even wearing their clothing in a specific manner, and, ironically, the less likely you are to accept to be her boyfriend or to commit to her in any way, the more appealing she will find you. Taking their advice or even wearing their clothes in a certain way. Number 4. Now we get to the fourth most crucial aspect of a Sigma male's game, which is the ability to not be readily impressed. The majority of the responsibility for the ease with which men may be charmed in today's environment can be placed on social media. You can't turn your head without seeing a stunning woman striking a sexually suggestive pose. Something about me that you probably didn't know is that I don't like to put lovely curls in the thumbnails of my videos. This is probably something that you guys didn't know about me. But it's weird because anytime I do this, you guys always click on him a lot more than you do on videos where I don't do this. This is in contrast to the videos where I don't do this, which have fewer views overall. In case you weren't aware of it, the idea of this whole thing is that people are operating one enormous experiment with social media in a variety of different ways. If you are actively participating in this experiment by using social media, then you're already a participant. Therefore, what is actually going on is that males are being conditioned to think a specific way when they see a lady because social media is making them so thirsty that they are being trained to think that way. And if that's the only thing you ever think about, it stands to reason that a female will leave a significant impact on you the first time you meet her. You have to understand, Sigma, that men are, by their very nature, difficult to please, and the fact that they are difficult to impress makes the attention and praise they receive from other people all the more significant. But the most essential thing is that it gives the impression to the females that they have to earn your approval and that they have to demonstrate their worth to you. When ladies go by a group of guys dressed in tight clothes, they always check back to see whether anyone is watching at them, which causes them to turn around and look back. They do this not just because they enjoy the focus, but also because it helps them determine which guys they can safely ignore. Now, if you don't enjoy the Sigma male, at least remove this amazing game from your life and figure out how to become a guy who isn't readily impressed by beauty or other superficial things. Number 5. It is imperative that you be aware that Sigma males, much like alpha males, have a domineering personality by definition. Excluding the fact that this ability can manifest itself in a variety of ways. You can observe that conventional alpha men often demonstrate their dominance by either covertly or blatantly demonstrating that they are superior to other males in some way. In a similar manner to how a dominant male gorilla would thump his chest as other males vied for his place or rank as the alpha male, the dominant male human will do the same. Sigma males, on the other hand, are unique in that their shears may demonstrate that they are in control of the situation. Of making it very apparent, in a way that is both unpleasant and necessary, that he cannot and will not allow other men to rule him. You have to realize that being dominating is a necessary component of the game for every male and for every man in general. But even for those who don't consider themselves Sigma males, it will be of great assistance. Girls will never admit it openly, but every single one of them gets very excited when a man is in charge of another man, even if it's in a subtle way, like when a man is the manager of a store and politely tells other men what to do. For example, girls will get very excited when a man is the manager of a store and politely tells other men what to do. Consequently, regardless of whether you consider yourself to be a Sigma male or not, establishing your dominance with females need to always be a significant element of your game. That wraps up the 5 guidelines for playing the Sigma male game. I want to thank you very much for participating, and I hope to see you again soon.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.